Guys, this is crazy. This is like that final Seinfeld episode when they all got thrown in jail. How did we get thrown in jail for something Keller did?
This is the last time I'm going to a trivia bowl with her.
Yeah, too much wine.
Yeah, how'd we end up in jail and she's not?
Keller!
Remember that time that we stayed after school, or she stayed after school for open house, and then all the parents came in, and she's sound asleep, and she finally starts hearing them and wakes herself up. Same thing on SIP days.
Keller, wake up! There are parents coming down the hallway.
Oh my gosh! Sorry.
Hey, you guys remember that time, my favorite, when she left her car running all morning?
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Hey Keller,
Yeah?
did you know your car's been running for like 4 hours out there?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This is the second time this week. I wonder if there's even any gas left in it.
Did you ever get that fuel gauge fixed?
No.
This reminds me of that time I was student teaching for Mrs. Keller. It was Mrs. Keller back then. She had just had Elena, and the kids had eaten chicken and noodles for lunch, and this boy threw up all over her shoes. In typical Keller fashion, she just not fazed at all. She just looked at her shoes, looked at me, looked at her shoes again. She went and cleaned up. She came back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was freaking out, Mrs. Keller. I am so glad that happened to you and not me. She just looked at me like,
That's right, Keller.
I know.
That happened today. It would ruin our slippers.
When you vomit on somebody, it is a social faux pas from which there is really no recovery. At that point, there's really very little you can say to the person. There's no Hallmark cards that cover this occasion. There's no vomit sympathy card section of the store, you know. You wear it well. You know, there's no words that really capture, you know. Next time, lunch is on me. There's no really way to phrase the sentiment.
Hey, I haven't seen Hardy since we got thrown in the police car. What happened to him?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
All right, fellas, everybody's in. Another game in the warden's office. You know, you guys know I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for that woman.
That woman. It always starts with that.
I know. And this isn't even my wife. We're talking about Keller here. You know, if she didn't keep sending me all the, like every day, we're talking 5, 10 kids a day. They come and ask me, can you open my locker? And I'll say, well, who sent you to me? And Keller. Okay, so I'm like, okay, fine. I go out and I open that locker, or I go to try to open the locker. Before I use the key, I try the combination, and it opens. Can't she do that?
I would think she could do that.
I would think so too. All right. You have 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
You suck at dealing.
Oh,
This is
really?
awful.
Okay. How about you guys?
Keller!
Where is Keller anyway?
She's probably chasing that crazy dog around the neighborhood again. That Rowdy.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it on.
Didn't someone call her? Yeah, Miller was supposed to.
Yeah, I called like 9 hours ago.
Just like her to take her own sweet time.
Hello?
Elaine, you gotta get back down to the dealer. Putty is screwing me on this car, which is yellow now.
Who is this?
Hey!
Guys, I don't know where she is. She's so laid back about everything. This is like the time that me, Houston, her, going to the girls' state basketball game. My gas light comes on in Morton. We have to get to Bloomington. I tell him we're not stopping. I want to get to the game on time. Houston's freaking out. He's texting Josiah Martin, who's behind us, saying, please don't pass us because we might run out of gas. So we've got Keller in the back seat saying, you know what? Let's just ride this thing out. No worries for Keller.
Where is it now?
There's still some overlap between the needle and the slash below the E.
How low are you going to go?
Oh, I've been in the slash many times. This is nothing. You'll get used to it. Just put it out of your mind.
Have you ever been completely below the slash?
Well, I almost did once, and I blacked out. When I came to, the car was in a ditch and the tank was full. I don't know who did it, and I never got to thank them.
Mr. Kramer, the road! Whoop! Whoop!
Keller!
Didn't someone call Keller to bail us out of jail?
Have a seat. You've got one phone call.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, Keller. Hey, it's Brett. No, stop laughing. Stop laughing. Look, we need bailed out of here. You're the only one we can get a hold of. Yes, I know as a history teacher, we should know that during the Academy Awards during World War II, that the awards are made out of plaster. Stop laughing. I know. Look, they're going to make us change into these bright orange shirts. We have to put these nasty shoes on. Please, just get us out of here.
Yes, I'll get right on that.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy retirement, Keller. You were the best elementary teacher I had. I'll miss ya.
Keller, you finally made it to your final day. I want to say thank you for everything you've done these last few years for me. You were a great mentor in my first years as a teacher here, and you're one of the best storytellers that I have ever heard. I will fondly remember all the pranks we pulled down at our end of the building, from you stealing my keys, to all of our trips to the nursing home, to Carol for the residents. You will be greatly missed, but there's a lot of great opportunities for you in the future. I can't wait to hear those stories. Happy retirement and good luck.
Hi, Crystal. Happy retirement. I'm going to miss you so much. You were there at the beginning when I started my career, and I don't know what I'm going to do now because you're going to be gone. I will always remember your encouraging words and your words of wisdom and your patience, because I think I really took a lot from you when I student taught with you about patience in working with kids. You were so great with them, and I'm going to miss you a lot.
Congratulations, Keller, on your retirement. Team meeting sure is going to be different without you there to entertain. But hey, at least I will get to see you chasing Rowdy in the neighborhood, and as one student puts it, I'll grab the popcorn and enjoy the show.
Good morning, Crystal. I suppose you're thinking, why is old Ben Bishop here? Well, when they told me that you were going to retire after 150 years in teaching, I figured a guy that's been in it 200 years would come out and tell all the dirt that I know on you, but I don't have a 3-hour presentation. So, kind of narrowed it down. I can remember back many, many years ago, back at Westview School, we hired you to teach in 4th grade. And what you've done over the last several years speaks for itself. You're rather famous out here, and you've always been a good fixture here. But I don't know whether you remember or not, one year, I think that you have a little bit of magical quality to yourself, or have had. Well, a few years ago, you brought this thing in and gave it to me, and it's the biggest white-tailed deer I've ever seen. And I think you were trying to tell me that this is what I should be looking for. And quite honestly, I never did find this thing in 40 years. But I think I think you've got a little maybe witch quality to you, because the 3 things that I can remember that happened to me while I was hunting this critter. Number 1, I fell out of a tree 8 foot. I had a tree step break. I fell 8 foot to the ground. Got up, dusted myself off, and quit climbing trees for a while. Second thing that happened, I had this guy's grandson underneath a tree stand that I had hunted for years. We all have a favorite tree stand. Well, I had his grandson underneath my tree, and lo and behold, I was getting ready to harvest this animal, and he just walked away from me in a brush patch that I couldn't get the shot away. That's number 2. Now, the third thing that happened, I had gone on vacation, and the farmer that I hunted, and this was my favorite tree stand. All us old bow hunters, we have a favorite tree stand. And he said, I'm going to do a little logging out here, Ben. But he said, I'll tell you what, he said, if you got any trees that you don't want cut down, put a white X on it. And I, of course, put a white X on that tree because that was my favorite tree stand. Well, make a long story short, I got back in August. I rode a 4-wheeler down the hill, and I couldn't find my tree. I thought I was hunting on the moon. So that's the third thing that I can remember that I think you put the hex on me when you gave me this little deer. But lo and behold, the next year, that same deer that I missed came under another tree stand, and I was able to harvest him. But once again, when I went down to check that deer out, he had 2 of the biggest tines on him that had broken off. So you've done pretty well with that one. But in all honesty, Crystal, I think you showing me here what I needed to do when I was out hunting is the same type of thing that you always did when you taught kids. You've had a very positive influence on kids. Kids will always remember you. I mean, I see kids all the time, and they talk about Mrs. Keller and what you've done. You're definitely going to miss it, but I'll tell you, every time that you go to a store or you go somewhere, you're going to have some kid come up to you, and it's probably going to be an adult, and they're going to say, I remember you. You were my 4th grade or 5th grade or 6th, 7th, 8th grade teacher at Canton High School. Crystal, I'm tickled to death that you're retiring because it's going to give you an opportunity to do some things that you've always wanted to do. But good luck in your future and enjoy your retirement. But I got one more thing that I want you to do for me. You know, I always felt like that with that little deer you gave me, it gave me good luck on 99% of the time. But I want a little bit of help here. As you can see, we're going to need help. And the last miracle I want you to do that I'd like to see for you is to say, hey, here's the new world champions in 2016. Love you, Crystal. Enjoy your retirement.
Happy retirement, Keller!